Welcome back, traders and investors. We have Anka Metcalf on here, founder of TradeOutLoud.com. Anka, joining us here on the Open. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We've had a great show this morning, and just wanted to check in with you and see how's your site doing, TradeOutLoud.com.
It's doing actually really good, and actually we're kind of rocking the markets right now. So the market is relentless. What's going on with this? Everybody's really scared to short, or what's going on?
Well, you had the quad witch on Friday, so you had a little bit of shenanigans going on there. We had a nice spike in pre-market trading, and the S&P is a new all-time high here, turning a little bit red now. Is that just giving you an opportunity to buy some stuff on the cheap, or you a little bit more cautious today?
You know what I'm watching the market is right now it's a little bit flat. For more guidance on intraday, I kind of look at the 15-minute chart to give me a perspective of what's going to happen. If support levels, if major support levels are going to hold on the intraday level, meaning on the 15-minute chart. So this is what I watch. So for me today, looking at the market, so I'm going to look at the cues real quick right now. I see you have the chart already trying to get it up for the
Do you
cues.
want the triple Qs? No, I got that. I got that right there.
Yeah, if you can put up the triple cues, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, I have the pre-market trading in there, so that's why you see some of the spotty trades. But what are you looking at? You looking at this 92.55 level basis the 15 minute?
Absolutely. This 92.50 area is going to be critical. So I think, especially for the day traders and as for us swing traders as well, is going to be a watch area. So 92.50 support area. If we fall below this low, which pretty much you see that it held through Thursday and Friday's trading, and if we're going to get a break below this level, I think that we might test the 92 level again. And that's going to be a very critical area since that is the support area on the daily chart. So if this area holds, and we've been custom right now with some wiggles down and some wiggles up around those areas. So these are not precise exact numbers. Those are areas that we need to focus on. And we actually learned through, all last year and especially into this year that we have to have kind of like a flex stop. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
we need to be a little bit more flexible and watch the charts more than we used to before. Because before we used to, for instance, take a trade, put up an entry, place a stop, and just let the stock run. Now we kind of like baby the stocks a little bit, so we got to look at the charts. We got to be a little bit more, careful in watching of what their reaction is at those certain levels. So getting back to the Q, so this is the first critical thing, like 92.50. We're going to break that number. Most likely we're going to visit the $92 area. And if this number is going to hold, aggressive traders can buy off these lows. Even if you decide to trade the Qs, that would be a good idea. But if this level is not holding and if lower time frame charts are not going to be in sync with the higher time frame charts and we get a break of that level, then we might follow through to the $90 and about 50 cents, which is also the daily chart. On the daily chart, there's a support level from about 527, May 27th to about June 4th, that area right there. And also, if we step a little lower from that level, the 89.80 level is also an area of minor support area, actually an area from which the Qs bounced on 527. So this is an area to watch definitely. Also, I'm watching the hourly chart because it gives me a little bit more perspective of what's going to happen on a day level. I could see it pop a little bit higher right now, 92.75. And actually, if we're getting a trigger over 92.80 area, especially over 93 area, then yeah, we can head higher. And I do have some projections for the Qs that may run into into 93.40, 93.50 for the day, and that's if we're going to have a bullish day today. So we're going to see how that's going to play along. Anyway, for the last almost 2 weeks, the Qs have been ranging, but have been ranging very, very, very bullish. Like we can see a little bit of green popping up right here. So for the intraday trader, if they wish to trade a stock that is in sync with the market, meaning it has relative strength or it trades with the market, you could actually buy over this area, the 92 area. It could follow through to about 93 area for a first target and look for a second target into the high that was set last Thursday of 93.17. And I'm going to jump to the SPYs real quick. I hope we do have a little bit of time. Because the SPYs are a little bit weaker this morning compared to the Qs. I'm looking at all the time frames right now that I have in front of me. And actually, the SPYs right now are challenging the 15-minute low support level at 195.70. Also, they're still bullish. We do have major support level at 193 is also a whole number right here on the daily chart. And it does look like if we should trade above 196, this is going to be the critical point right here for today and even moving forward. So if we're going to trade over 196, then we're going to head higher. Next target is going to be 196.50. But if we test this area, and it seems like we're testing it right now, there was a little buying off 195.63 on the 1 minute chart right here. But nevertheless, if this area holds and it pulls again through and then just slices through that 196 level again, we can head higher again. And so that's going to be a sign of optimism. And the Dow is also very close to that 17,000 level. I'm going to put also what I kind of expect, and what usually is expected when Dow hits these whole numbers, is that a little bit of a pullback. We also have on the Dow, we also have a double top in that 17,000 zone. So right now, a very mild daily sell kind of triggered into the Dow. Dow's a little bit weaker right now. And it actually broke that level of support on the 15-minute chart that we're watching into the Qs and into the SPYs. And we can see it a little bit weaker right here into the Dow. So critical, nevertheless, I think it's going to be 16,900 level, and if we bounce off that area and head higher again over 16,950, then we can head higher, challenge Friday's high. So that being said, I'm mildly bullish on the market. I'm going to watch the lower time frames to see how they guide me, especially through 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then as major time frames are going to play a major role at that time, I'm going to watch and see. But so far, pretty neutral then, and I think this is expected, especially after Friday's expiration. So we're going to see how today's going to play out. Also, I do have some stocks on my watch list. One of the stocks that I'm watching right now is Intel, INTC, and Intel has been basing on the daily chart. And also, what I like to watch on the hourly chart, and these are some swing trade ideas that I have on my watch right now. So Intel right now, I think over $30 and about 20 cents, or around that area, $30.15 can potentially pop higher. And it does have support at $29.50, so it's a beautiful range. And you know me, I love to trade ranges, and I love to trade these breakouts. And I think there's a good potential for a run higher, and especially into the $31 and $32 level for a swing trade opportunity here. Also, another stock that gapped up last Thursday is Kroger, KR. And Kroger is known to be a little bit choppy, a little bit whippy to trade, and especially for swing traders, I would rather trade a stock like Kroger after 11 a.m., especially in the afternoon, if I was to initiate a trade, especially because it has more volume then, so it kicks in a little bit more volume. So far, support holding at about $49.30. There is a lot of resistance at $50, but I think if Kroger manages to get over the $50 area, and this is a great, great company, by the way, if it should trade over that $50 mark, it does have a lot of room to continue higher. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Anka, thank you, man. You just covered the Qs, the S, the Spider, Kroger, and Intel. I really appreciate you. We'll have to get you on a little bit earlier next time because we're running up against here the 9:45. But thanks for a great breakdown of the trades and stuff that you're looking at, and we hope to speak to you again soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me.